Somewhere in a forest right now, an opossum is lying on its side, tongue out, eyes glazed, tiny drops of foam on its mouth, smelling faintly of rot. A predator sniffs it, loses interest, and walks away. 30 minutes later, the opossum stands up, shakes itself off, and continues its evening like nothing happened. It was never dead. It was never even injured. It was performing one of the strangest survival strategies in the entire animal kingdom.
Playing dead, but why would evolution favor an animal pretending to be a corpse? Doesn't that seem like the opposite of survival? After all, a dead animal can't run, it can't fight back, it can't defend itself. Yet across the animal kingdom, from insects to reptiles to mammals, faking death has become a surprisingly common strategy. To understand why, we need to think less like a human and more like a predator.
Let's start with a basic problem predators face. Many hunters are wired to chase movement. A twitching leg, a fleeing body, a fluttering wing. These things trigger an automatic chase response in the predator's brain. It's almost reflexive. But stillness doesn't trigger that same reflex. A motionless creature doesn't look like prey anymore. It looks like background. This is the foundation of what scientists call thanatosis, or tonic immobility, and it works because many predators are, in a strange way, easily bored.
Some predators also avoid dead animals entirely. Rotting meat can carry disease, parasites, and bacteria that could kill the predator just as easily as starvation. A fresh kill is valuable. A 3-day-old carcass is a gamble. So when an opossum drops to the ground looking, smelling, and behaving like it's already decomposing, many predators simply lose interest and move on. Why waste energy on food that might make you sick?
The opossum takes this further than almost any other animal. Its performance isn't a choice. It's an involuntary nervous system shutdown, similar to fainting. Heart rate drops, breathing slows, muscles go rigid, then limp. Glands near its rear release a foul, decay-like odor. The whole process can last minutes or hours, and the opossum has no control over when it ends. It's not acting. Its body is doing the acting for it.
Insects play a completely different version of this game. Certain beetles, when threatened, will curl their legs inward and drop motionless to the ground. To many predators, especially birds, a still object on the forest floor simply doesn't register as food. Movement equals meal. Stillness equals stone. Some species take this further by choosing exactly when to drop, timing their fake death for maximum unpredictability, which makes it even harder for a predator to learn the trick. Reptiles use this strategy too. Certain snakes will flip belly up, mouth open, tongue hanging out, sometimes even releasing a foul smell of their own. It sounds almost theatrical, but predators appear to respond to it instinctively. A snake that looks freshly dead and possibly diseased is far less appealing than a snake that's alive, coiled, and ready to strike.
Here's where it gets stranger. Some animals don't fake death to avoid being eaten. They fake death to actually get food. Certain species of cichlid fish will float sideways, motionless, mimicking a dead fish drifting in the water. Smaller fish, sensing an easy meal, approach to scavenge. The moment they get close enough, the dead fish springs back to life and eats them. In this case, playing dead isn't defense, it's an ambush.
So why does this behavior evolve at all? Because predators, like all animals, are running cost-benefit calculations, even if they don't know it. Chasing something that runs costs energy, but promises a meal. Investigating something that looks dead, smells wrong, and shows no movement costs energy with far less certain reward. Over millions of years, prey animals that could exploit this hesitation, even for a few extra seconds, gained a survival advantage. Natural selection doesn't need intention. It only needs an accident that works often enough to get passed on.
There's also a psychological angle here that goes beyond biology.
Predators rely heavily on pattern recognition. A living creature moves, breathes, reacts, and predicts. A dead creature does none of that. When prey removes every signal a predator expects from living prey, it essentially breaks the predator's internal model of what's happening. The predator isn't just uninterested, it's confused. And confusion in the middle of a hunt often means hesitation. Hesitation means the prey survives just long enough to escape or be ignored entirely.
What's fascinating is that this strategy only works because most predators aren't scavengers by default. If every predator happily ate rotting meat, playing dead would be useless. But because freshness often matters more than easy access, faking death becomes a legitimate escape route. Evolution essentially exploited a loophole in predator psychology, and prey species across completely different branches of life, insects, fish, reptiles, and mammals, all discovered the same loophole independently.
Humans have their own strange relationship with this instinct. Wildlife experts often advise people to play dead during certain predator encounters, particularly with some species of bears, because sudden movement can trigger a chase or attack response, while stillness can signal the threat has passed. It's uncomfortable to think that one of our best defenses against a wild predator is borrowed from opossums and beetles, but the underlying logic is identical. Stillness can be safer than panic.
Maybe that's the real lesson buried in all of this. Survival doesn't always favor speed, strength, or aggression. Sometimes it favors surrender, at least the appearance of it. An animal that can convincingly disappear, even while fully alive, has found one of nature's oldest cheat codes. It doesn't outrun the threat. It doesn't outfight it. It simply convinces the predator there was never anything worth chasing in the first place.
And maybe that's worth remembering the next time you assume nature only rewards the strong. Sometimes the smartest move an animal can make is to fall down, go quiet, and wait for the danger to lose interest.